Welcome back to Late Night New England. We are so fortunate tonight to have a special guest on our little program. You might have seen him in Carnegie Hall. He is a top 10 Billboard artist. Tonight, he is debuting his Appalachia album, American Stories. Please welcome to the Late Night New England program, Mr. Grant Malloy Smith. Hello, sir.
Hey, good to meet you.
You look wonderful.
Thanks for having me on today. Appreciate
Thanks for being on. Absolutely. How are you?
I'm doing well.
This
Thank you.
This is exciting.
For me, it is.
This
and
is
I hope
exciting.
for other people, but
Where are you from, sir?
I'm originally from what we call Lower Alabama. It's the panhandle above Florida, between the Gulf of Mexico and Alabama. That's where I'm originally from. But I've lived. I know I don't look like it, but I've lived in Rhode Island for almost my whole life. So, I guess I'm a man of the North, but I'm from the South.
I can honestly say I've never seen you in Johnston, Rhode Island, having a hot dog. What brought you up here to the state of Rhode Island?
Well, it happened when I was a kid. I was still living with my parents, because when you're 10, they don't let you move out yet, and much as I tried. And he was in the Navy, so he got transferred from Pensacola up to here, so that's why I'm here.
That's amazing. You moved here at what age?
I was about 10.
How do you hold on to your accent?
My accent's almost gone. You should have heard me. You should have heard me before. No one could even understand what I was saying. And by the way, I couldn't understand what they were saying either.
Y'all should have heard when he said yeet. Y'all eat. No.
When I got here, I had to watch TV and watch like the national news to try to figure out how to lose it, how to drop it, and so I wouldn't get made fun of at school every day, which is what happened for a while.
Yeah. Kids can be rough at that age. What a talented performer you are, and congratulations for Carnegie Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Carnegie Hall. That's exciting.
It was fun.
I want to meet your agent. Your talent speaks for yourself, and you've been performing for how many years?
Well, off and on, probably about 40 years. I mean, a long time, most of my life.
About 40 years. And through the old school way of networking business is word of mouth. Mr. Robert Brewer?
Yes.
Mr. Robert Brewer, who is a local producer in Rhode Island, from Rhode Island, mentioned, he said, you ought to have a friend of ours on the program. Tell everyone about this. You're a musician. You have a passion for that, which we'll get into your album release, American Stories. The indie label that you have really launched and is going amazing.
Yeah, it's a group called the Indie Collaborative. I co-founded it with a friend of mine, a musical partner, Eileen Sherman, who lives in New York City. And what we really wanted to do is create almost like a social club for other independent musicians like we are, to get together to share our music with each other and just share our friendship. And that was 6 years ago at this point, and now we have more than 2,000 members all over the world. They're in every genre of music. They're in almost every country in the world. And it's just a really mutually supportive organization, and it's called the Indie Collaborative. If you go to indiecollaborative.com, you can...
It's right up there on the screen.
Great. You can join. There's no cost to be a member of the Indie Collaborative. And we do showcases a few times a year. We usually do one around the weekend of the Grammys, because most people are out there in the music business for that, which we're going to do at the Grammy Museum, in fact, in January. And then we're doing one just next month, right here in Newport, Rhode Island.
Well, there's no bigger place to be in the Newport. So you're from Appalachia?
My family's from Appalachia. Then they moved. My mother is from there, and she moved. She got married to my dad back in the day, and because he was in the Navy, they went to Florida, which is why I was born there.
Sure.
But I still have lots of kin out there in South and Eastern Kentucky, which is kind of the heart of Appalachia.
And so it's really it's interesting that you lived all over the country as a child with your dad and your mom. because of his job, and then you ended up here in Rhode Island and you stayed.
It's a good quality of life around here.
It really, winters can be challenging.
Yeah.
But there's no better time than right now with September and coming
Right.
and the fall. And
That's the beautiful time of year.
It really is. It's a great time. What are we going to hear tonight? And this is a video that really has a nice backstory. I'll let you share.
Well, a lot of my kin were coal miners. That's a big part of the whole story of Appalachia. And, coal was really big before we had oil to heat our homes, and then, of course, it's been going down since the 1940s. And but it's a big part of the culture and the history of the region. And so I had to include several songs about it on there. But I wanted to not be political about it. I wanted them to be personal stories through the eyes of a coal miner.
Sure.
So I actually went down into a coal mine in Harlan County, Kentucky, and we shot the video that you're going to see in a minute. The song is called "The Coal Comes Up," and the next line in the song is "When a Man Goes Down." So those men would go into those mines, and then the coal would come up, and that's how we built America back in the 1800s and early 1900s. Was not just the coal for heating, but from coal you make coke, and from coke you can make steel. So all the bridges, all the big buildings, not the World Trade Center, the Empire State Building, all those big skyscrapers built like that was built in the 30s, for example. Without coal, there's no steel. So that's a big part of the building of the country.
And with no steel, there's no Superman. Please enjoy When the Coal Comes Up.
Jesus, we're going down again. We're rooming pillar boys, West Virginia men. Hey now, pickaxe in my hand. We'll load our quota, brother, load it if we can. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Black tap will keep the devil coming round. Save me, Jesus, come get me on the ground. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Lady doctor, it's getting hard to breathe. I got the miner's lung like Daddy before me. It's red, ain't got no place. There's just one color here, holes in that briefcase. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. Black tap will keep the devil coming round. Lord, save me, Jesus, come get me on the ground. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down. I'll cut coal long as I'm able. I've had mouths to feed since I was 10. That coal put 3 squares on our table. Coming round. Lord, save me, Jesus, come get me on the ground. Oh, the coal comes up when a man goes down.
That is fantastic, sir.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Grant Malloy Smith, brilliantly talented. I have to ask you before we go, that has to be a little challenging to be down inside of the mine.
Yeah, yeah. It wouldn't be good if you had claustrophobia, because it's such an enclosed space and the ceilings are really low most of the mine. We found one place where I could stand up and there was maybe a foot over my head. That's where we filmed it. But the rest of it was really challenging. I can't imagine working there for 40 years. Imagine that.
That's got to be a heck of a re-entry on a Monday. I got to go, I got to go into the coal. And are they still operating now?
Many of them are, yeah. Not as many as, 100 years ago,
Sure.
of course. But the one that I went to in Harlan County had been closed maybe since the late 60s. But there are still coal mines that operate in this country.
That's what a backstory, and he's right here in our backyard here in Rhode Island. Grant, I can't say enough wonderful things. We appreciate your time. So talented. There's his information right up there once again. My gosh, you are brilliant. We wish you continued success.
Oh, thank you very much.
And
I
we hope you will
appreciate
come back and join us again.
that. Anytime. You name the time and I'll be here.
We have a studio, and you are always writing songs. It's Grant Malloy Smith, ladies and gentlemen. It's Late Night New England, and it's all about you.